Hey everybody, what's going on? Frankie Love coming at you. Last night, Warriors of Wrestling presented Brooklyn Beatdown at the Brooklyn Lyceum in Brooklyn, New York. And last night I also officially started my new position with the company as head of security. That being said, last night there was an incident involving former employee and performer Mr. No Limits Chris Banks. Now, last month at the last show, an incident involving Mr. Banks happened where Mr. Banks was supposed to come back to the company. One thing led to another. Joey B, owner of Warriors of Wrestling, had new t-shirts made up for Chris Banks for his big return, if you will, which ended up not happening as Mr. Banks proceeded to steal said t-shirts and sell them on his own, pocketing the money. So Mr. Banks is pretty much not really welcome in Warriors of Wrestling anymore. Now, outside of the ring, I'm friends with Chris Banks. Some of you even may have seen me do a video where I I'll say it. I shilled his shirts for him. I told you to go buy his shirts and whatnot. And I will say this. You'll never see a video like that from me about that ungrateful son of a bitch ever again. You see, Chris Banks last night took advantage of our friendship and took advantage of said situation. Chris Banks was pretty much banned from the building last night. And against my better judgment, when Chris Banks came in last night, I let him in. Point being, I let him in along with his 3 or 4 cronies once they provided the gate fee of $20 each. So they came in, they sat in the back, and of course, they sold Chris's t-shirts to the crowd, which at the beginning, I look at it this way. The kid's gotta make money. Alright? You paid your gate fee just like everybody else. Sell your shirts, stay back there, make your money. But no, Chris couldn't do that. Now, of course, later in the evening, the ring announcer had said that, Chris had paid for this time. Between you and me, I think Chris took advantage of a situation. Chris didn't pay for the time. And, one thing led to another, which entailed Joey B coming out and confronting Chris Banks in the ring, which is something, as head of security, that I really should have done. Got in the ring. I took the microphone away from Chris Banks. Because I really didn't do my job, so to speak, the way I should have. I was slapped across the face by Joey B, which, I deserved it. Because what I did was, I let Chris Banks take advantage of our friendship, and I let things get a little too far. I let Chris Banks in that ring with his 3 cronies, and I didn't stop them like I should have. Chris Banks, just let me say this. And let me say this to everybody, okay? The Frankie Love everybody met in September of 2010 isn't the same Frankie Love now. You see, things have changed over the last year, okay? Chris, if you want to continue to come to Warriors shows, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be watching you carefully if you come. Yeah, you and your cronies. I'm going to be talking with Joey. We're going to see even if you're even allowed in the building anymore, even if you pay the entrance fee, okay? It's okay with Joey. As long as you pay, you'll get in. But be rest assured of one thing, Chris. What happened Saturday night, what happened last night, ain't gonna happen again. You're not gonna embarrass me. You're not gonna embarrass Joey, and you're not gonna embarrass this company. Okay? You gotta get it in your skull that you no longer work for Warriors. I work for Warriors. Joey works for Warriors. All the boys in the back work for Warriors. And you're not going to take money out of our pockets. You're not going to take food out of our mouths. Okay? What you did to yourself. And quite honestly, you deserve it. So, Chris Banks, December 3rd, Fun Station USA. He said, what happened at the Lyceum last night is not going to happen at the Fun Station. So if you want to show up, Chris, you show up on December 3rd. But know this. Okay. Unlike last night where I wasn't willing to get physical with you, if it comes to that point on Saturday night, December 3rd, Chris, where it has to get physical with you, friendship is going to be thrown out of the window, because outside of the ring is one thing, inside the building and inside the ring, okay, it's business. And my business is head of security. And I will do that job. Okay? And if it gets physical, Chris, it's gonna get physical. And you've known me long enough, Chris, and you don't want it to get physical. I'm Frankie Love. I'm out. Peace.